plays into what we're going to talk about today and the power of building your business with Quiari. They think building your business is like direct sales or an affiliate program, which means that you refer someone, they buy a product, and it's over. But the way network marketing differs is there's a participation involved, a personal relationship involved with you and the customer and the promoter, where you get to build a business with them. To say, I want to dig a hole in the ground, I want to dig a ditch. And if you try to do it yourself, it may take a month to do it. But would you rather do it yourself or hire 12 people to do it with you and give them a portion of whatever you're going to earn from it? You can do it much faster. Quiari business is getting customers, and that's you're referring the Quiari product to people, giving samples, and they're buying the product, and you're earning a commission, and that's basic sales. That is 1 + 1 = 2. Do they have anything like we have here in America, like the lottery, where people buy tickets to win? Quiari business is like the lottery. Okay, you can't win it unless you participate, and when you participate, you may hit the jackpot at any point. And the jackpot is finding someone that we call a runner that just goes with it, goes for the business, and they will bring in hundreds, perhaps thousands of people, and that's the jackpot. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket, and if you want to increase your chances of winning the lottery, you have to buy more tickets. Buying a ticket in Quiari is sponsoring promoters in your business. That is your lottery ticket. Story. Rob Roeder, my sponsor, gave me samples because I was so busy with my other business, doing very well. I didn't really have time to promote the business the way I normally would, but he said, here, try the products first. He told me about the business, and I saw the potential in the business, but it just wasn't the right time for me to put the appropriate effort that I could into the business. To try the product, and of course I love them. I lost a lot of weight in the product, and during that time when I started to lose the weight, I said, okay, I don't have a lot of time, but I think I know a few people that would benefit from either the product or the business. Bought a lottery ticket, which was me, right? So I was his lottery ticket, and what I decided I was able to do is to share samples with people. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I contacted Cindy, and we got on with a translator on a Zoom, sent her samples, and the rest is history. The Quiari compensation plan, and basically all of network marketing, but at Quiari, you're paid in group depth, which is great. Is Rob bought a ticket with me, I bought a ticket with Cindy, and Cindy bought a ticket with hundreds and thousands of people. Now there's tens of thousands of people in her group. So not only did I buy one ticket with Cindy, I now have 30 or 40,000 other tickets that I potentially buy because they're in my group. And if any one of them hit jackpot, I'm still going to win, even though I didn't buy the ticket myself. Does that make sense? Yeah. If you buy a lottery ticket and they had this type of a compensation plan, where if you told someone about, hey, this lottery is really good, you should buy a ticket, they buy a ticket, and if they tell someone, hey, you should buy a ticket, and they buy a ticket, and they buy a ticket, what if someone 300 people away from you wins the lottery? Wouldn't it be great if Vietnam would send you a portion of their winnings? But it doesn't happen that way. But in our business, it does. The way we do business here in Quiari, if the Vietnamese government that runs the lottery, I think that I'm going to buy a lottery ticket, why don't you do it? If you didn't tell that first person, all of those other people would have not bought lottery tickets. Why shouldn't you get compensated for that? Except for here. Isn't that wonderful? Right in front of everybody else. The magic that we have here in the type of business that you're in, you can think small by referring people, but you have to also think big on the potential of what can happen. And it's not so much how much time you can put into the business, it's the focused time of maybe you can find that winning lottery ticket in the first few people that you refer. You never know what can happen. 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 plus 1 can equal 100 or 1,000 or 20,000 or 50,000. But they lose, you throw it away because you didn't win. You buy the lottery ticket, meaning you sponsor someone, just because they didn't flourish in the business in the first month or two, it doesn't mean you lost. It just means that you can help them a little bit longer, because people bloom in the business at different times. Sometimes they'll bloom right away. Like with Cindy, I showed her and she just went crazy right away. She didn't need any help. She just went crazy, right? And just did fantastic. Very little hand holding with what she did. But other people take time, and they need to get comfortable, and they need to try the product. And it may take them 6 months or a year to really get going with the business, so that the lottery ticket is always active. And you can get a jackpot after a year with the same ticket that you maybe didn't get a jackpot the first 11 months. As a gardener, just type in number 1 if you understand what I'm talking about so far with the lottery ticket concept. And as, how can I put this? As a gardener in a beautiful flower bed. Think about it. And you're the gardener, and you're planting beautiful seeds and bulbs for flowers and vegetables and things like that in your garden. And many of them may take a few weeks to sprout, a few months to sprout. Some of them don't sprout, but they all sprout in their own time. And these are your prospects and your people in your organization. Your job as a gardener is to put on fertilizer, to keep the birds away, to pull out the weeds, and make the environment the best it can be for them to grow in their Quiari business. When the farmer plants different things, and if it doesn't grow in a week, they just don't dig it up and throw it away, so, oh, this doesn't work. They know that everything has what they call, I don't know if you translate, everything has a germination process. And the germination process is different for every person. The germination process might be instant for one person, but it might be 2 months for another person. The germination process means when they sprout and they start to grow in the business. You have to have patience and keep on doing the business. Dedication, discipline, and patience to keep on doing the business, because you never know how long it's going to take to be able to get your business to have traction and have it to really flow. Big concept, okay, that there's so much power in this form of compensation, but a lot of it is delayed gratification, where you're going to do a lot of work right now that you might not be paid for, so that later on you can get paid for a lot of work you don't do. Just one other concept regarding sponsoring and being successful in Quiari. Being a successful sponsor and a successful Quiari representative is not about finding the right person, per se. Let me stop there. About becoming the perfect sponsor that people would be attracted to join. You grow as a person in the business, and you grow as a professional, and you grow as a sales professional, and you consistently do your business, people will find you. That, with being the right sponsor and being the best sponsor you can be, with buying more and more lottery tickets and just working the business, then the percentage of people you'll find that are the right people is going to increase, because you're surrounding yourself with the right people. You're a professional, and when you're just a great person, right, to be around, and you're bumping into people every day, and they're just thinking, what, this person, there's something about this person, I can't put my finger on it. That's what the farmer is doing to the soil. They're fertilizing the soil, so that before you even speak to someone, the person in the back of their mind is thinking, wow, this person's really got some great energy. They don't say it, but they think it. And it becomes much easier for you to show the Quiari business too, when someone is already fertilized like that with your personality and your professionalism. Story before I pass it on to you guys. Long before I was in Quiari, and before I did my own businesses, I was in another company back in the early 90s, and I was doing pretty well. and I went to one of their conventions. I made decisions on who I should contact and who I shouldn't contact. And some of the people I didn't contact because, oh, they're doing great in whatever they're doing, I don't think they'll be interested in my business. All of a sudden, they started announcing the top earners in the company. And who walks across the stage was one of the people that I didn't contact because I thought they were doing so well before the business and in their own business, and they would never be interested in the business. They walked across the stage, and then over the next 3 or 4 years made millions of dollars, and I lost out on hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because I made a decision for them that they wouldn't be interested in the business when they obviously did really well in the business, right? And I lost out on hundreds of thousands of dollars because of that. So do not decide for people if they're interested. You have to show everybody because you never know. You have to buy the lottery ticket, right? And that business, and let them decide if they want to participate. Very, very, very painful. Wow. Remember the pain I felt by not doing that, by contacting that person. So now I contact anybody. It doesn't matter who it is, right? So you want to remember things like that and turn it into a positive. Even though I lost a lot of money because I didn't do that, I used it as a positive later on in my network marketing career. Into my brain, so I never forgot the feeling I had. This other story is kind of marries together. In my parents' house, we had it was an external freezer where we had meats and things like that outside. And for some reason, the electrical cord got unplugged, and then we went on vacation, and everything spoiled in the refrigerator. And it sat there and sat there and sat there. Let me finish. And all of it was sitting there at room temperature, getting bad. Really, really, really bad. Yeah. So that it was unplugged. So when I went in there and opened it up, I was hit like a brick wall of smell. Wow. And it was like, and to tell you what that is, I never forgot that smell because it was so bad. And I can think about, I can almost throw up every time I think about it because it's so bad. And that was the same type of thing with the person walking across the stage. I never forgot that feeling. And if you can do that with certain parts of your business to accelerate your success, please do it. Okay. And tell everyone about your Quiari business. Don't decide for them and follow up with them. If they say no, you say, hey, listen, would it be okay if I follow up with you every few months to let you know how I'm doing with my business? That's professional. And most people will say, yeah, sure. And because you never know what happens in their life. Their life might change in 6 months, right? It might be the right time for them to take action with it. I apologize for being late. That was my bad. I just got the times mixed up. Hopefully I was able to pass on some information that you can use to build your business another time.